We'll just give it a little bit of a couple minutes, and then we'll get right into the video. If you're going to watch the replay, please subscribe, share, comment, and like the video. Much appreciated. And check out our content, which you'll see scrolling in the chat very soon. We have a bunch of events happening this month of September, so definitely follow us on all social media platforms, because we're going to be going live Monday and Tuesday, and I think the 16th, and a bunch of other dates will be going live, me and Luna. So definitely stay tuned. Tap that thumbs up button in the top right hand corner. Welcome everybody. I appreciate you. We'll just give it a minute or two for more people to join. How's everybody doing? Where's everybody from? Happy Sunday. It is a really beautiful day today. I mean, it's sunny. As you can see, the sun. Yeah, it's a sunny day. It's cool. We're transitioning into fall. Salute, Catalin. How you doing? Tap that like button. I'm back. Welcome everybody. How's everybody doing? Where's everybody from? Subscribe to the channel, comment, like the video, tap that thumbs up in the top right. Sid, how you doing? Welcome everybody, man. There's like 34 people up in here. Tap that like button, share, comment, subscribe. I'm not a scientist. I'm just Tanya, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for the compliment about Ed Sheeran. Everybody tap that like button. We got 64 people up in here. Subscribe to the channel, comment, like, share. Welcome, Bross Daisy. Welcome everybody. Where's everybody from? How's everybody doing? $89 people up in here. Let's get the likes to 100 likes, or even 89 for that matter. We got 89 people. Tap that like button, every single one of you. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get well over 300. We're going to be surpassing 300 very soon. Hey, brother V Swati. Give one tip for how to stop masturbation, please. Well, there's nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, man, if you feel called to do it, do it. Like, you know, like you're here to experience life, man. Like, why do you have to stop if you enjoy it? You know, just you know, everything is about balance. No, it's you can sleep in the car, yeah, of course. Tap the like button, everybody, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you all, man. Definitely not homeless. I'm not a doctor. Good day, everybody. Good day. How's everybody doing? Thank you, Timothy. Welcome. Where are you from, Timothy Schwartz? Um, the Northeast. I got a smile, man. I'm happy. I feel content. I feel very content. Definitely not lonely. Oh, you're from Midwest Ohio? How's the weather in Ohio right now? Is it cold or? Oh man, that's a shame that your pizza burnt. Sorry to hear that. And the rooster who didn't cross the road. I don't know, traveler. Great question. What is it? How can you, 68 is the high today. Oh, okay. That's about the weather here too. That's beautiful. It's gorgeous weather, man. Sunny. It's just magnificent. Thank you, Timothy. So we got 25 people in here. Tap that like button. We're at 12. Let's get it to 20. And subscribe to the channel if you all feel called to. And pepperoni and ham. Sounds good. Yeah, I don't eat meat. I'm vegetarian. I'm vegan for that. But that's all good. About 10 seconds of time difference. Oh, okay. Very interesting and very cool. Um, so what is everybody up to today on this wonderful, magnificent Sunday? No, I'm not just reading the chat. I'm giving a few minutes for things for people to come in so we can talk about a conversation like I always do. Well, we have a Patreon. So my food was like telling me it was ready for me to eat it. If you all want to see, it's acai. Yes, I've eaten meat before. Well, the conversation today, while I eat some strawberries and coconut and acai bowl, I think the conversation is going to be about why people troll other people, because I had a live that I did earlier and we had some trolls that were coming in just being very disrespectful. Let me fix this. The sun is really, can't really see the chat. Please stop showing up. Yeah, it is funny. I mean, Roadrunner, it is. I wasn't mad or anything. And I don't think it's, Aaron, I don't think it's the fact that they don't have lives. In Texas, that's not the case. It is, it boils down to the pain that they're in, not the act they're committing. So it's just that they're lost and confused and in pain. And so, you know, what better way to feel better as to putting someone else down? And that's essentially what it is. Hey, Giselle Kelly, how you doing? Please tap the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 300 subscribers. We have some strawberries, fresh strawberries. Brazilian superfood. No, but that's, yeah, but that's okay, you know, Aaron, and you know, you're just not one of those people. Yeah, see, that's my point, Roadrunner. You troll people to see to get a reaction out of them. You know, that's my point, and a lot of people do it because it makes them feel better. You know, to hurt someone else helps them to feel better. Because at the end of the day, it goes back to hurt people, you know? And it depends on what type of hurt you've been in, you know? You know, it's just like, yeah, I know. And, you know, I'm not saying anything about them. I know they make the stream more popular. I know that it gets in the algorithm, but it's like bullies when you were bullied as a kid, you know, it's the same kind of thing, you know. It makes them feel better. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I think that you could find a better thing to do. When I tell people I don't become abusive. I agree. I agree, Roadrunner. Well, when you troll people, um, that I agree. Nobody knows anybody's journey and why they're doing what they're doing, but that is essentially why. I mean, at the end of the day, why would anybody want to purposely hurt someone and put them down, other than it makes them feel better? Yeah, I was bullied too as a kid. I agree with you. Um, I was bullied heavily by adults, by kids, by the camp counselors. I mean, you name it. And I've never chosen to put someone else down because of it. True. Um, and that's very true too. You know, the more popular you become, the more people are going to come for you. But I feel like it's a nice topic to, you know, speak on because, um, that's funny. You get some live streams, people always looking for money when they have a phone and a car. They are the ones I troll. Well, you know what? Let me tell you something, Roadrunner. I'm not making any money off of this, all right? I'm not monetized. Literally been on YouTube on my other channel for like probably 2 to 3 years with over 700 videos, and I have like 250 followers on there, and I'm not monetized or making any money off of it. So I'm just here to help others not go through the same thing I've gone through. So not everybody's, and if they are making money, that's okay too, because you're making money too at your job. So what's the difference? I very much disagree with you, Roadrunner. Sorry to say. If you can share your story and your journey and you help someone else from going down the same road you may have gone down with less suffering, then hey, man, more power to you. I wish that I had YouTube when I was growing up, and there was people on there guiding me and telling me things that I could have done to not go down some of the roads that I chose to go down because I wasn't educated enough, or there wasn't anybody experiencing similar things that I was. And nowadays there's so much information that you can find videos or people that have experienced some things that you're experiencing to save you from going down that same experience and having suffering or whatever. So I'm thankful for people putting content out and actually, you know, sharing what they've gone through and what they've done to overcome it, because we're here to help one another. You're not here on this planet alone. You never have been. And there's always people here assisting and guiding and helping us along the way. So anyways, if anybody would, thank you, Bacon. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot, you know. And you have a blessed day as well. We're here to like share, not keep it to ourselves, of how we overcame different things or accomplished different things, or, you know, it's like, why not put it out there and share it to others to help others, you know? Like, oh, you know what? You figured out a way to build this big corporation, and, you know the ins and outs of like building a brand on YouTube. So why not share your knowledge so that someone else can, you know, maybe get to the same thing you got to, but in a quicker, shorter way. Now, hey, listen, let me tell you something. I dealt with anxiety majority of my life, and I can tell you one major thing that can help you. Just read my shirt, breath. Go seek out breath work. I'm going to be actually facilitating some groups of breath work very soon, so just stay tuned. I can tell you right now, man, one major thing, which I talked about on another live, focus on your breath. Because when you're in the present moment, you will not have anxiety. You will not have depression. I promise you that. The reason has to do a lot with the way we've been brought up to be in the future and the past all the time, trying to accomplish all these different things in the future that hasn't even happened yet. When you can be with your breath, focus on your breath, put your hand on your chest and just breathe. You're rewiring the neural pathways in your brain to be in the present moment, the here and now. And with a little bit of time and commitment and practice, you will be in the present moment and you won't feel the anxiety anymore. So try it. Search up breath work on YouTube. There's tons of videos. And I guarantee you it will help you. I promise you that. I'm a huge advocate for the breath. And if you put your hand on your chest, you go out in nature, you focus on your breath, like your hand rising and falling, you will be in the present moment. You'll be in the here and now, and your anxiety will just dissipate. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you what to do. Just a recommendation from my own experiences. Yeah, I just got chills because that's what it's all about, man. Sharing a tip or knowledge of to someone else that could actually help them, you know? And I used to have mad anxiety, man, all the time. Like just driving to the mall and not even knowing why it's happening. And we've been conditioned and trained to be in the future all the time, not the present moment. Oh, you got to save all this money in the bank and blah, blah, blah. You got to prepare for your retirement. It's all future based, which is anxiety. So I've gotten myself to the point where I could sit out in nature and not think about anything. And there's not a thought going through my head. I can just look at nature and be in the present moment. And that all has to do with commitment and dedication to the breath, paying attention to your breath. No matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, focus on your breath. If you're driving, focus on your breath going in and out, breathing. Take deep breaths in and out. Like that. You know, continue to do it over and over again because you're retraining your brain to be in the present moment. That's all it is. It takes dedication and commitment, man. If you want it bad enough, you're going to do it. I promise you that. And tap that like button and subscribe to the channel and comment and share and like. But I tell you right now, if you are committed and you really, really want to feel better and you want to feel peace, then you'll commit to going and sitting at a park in nature and just focusing on your breath. Don't play on your phone. Don't be on social media. Put your phone away. Focus on your breath. Sit in nature. Look at the birds. Don't think about the future or the past. Just think about right here and right now, your breath. I hope that helps, Bacon. You're welcome, man. This trucking life, you're welcome. I mean, that's what it's all about, you know? Sharing what you've gone through and helping someone else. Because I wish when I was going through all the things I went through that someone was there to guide me and give me tips, you know, and I thought that there was no light at the end of the tunnel. I thought that I would never get out of it. And the anxiety was through the roof. And now I've never had so many people tell me how calm and peaceful they feel around my energy. And my energy used to be so scattered and all over the place and in the future and in the past. I appreciate what you're saying. I'm listening, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, Bacon. And listen, Bacon, if you feel called, join us on Patreon, man. We have a lot of activities and lives on Zoom. You can join me and Luna on Patreon if you feel called, man. There's a lot more of this that you can receive. Tons of content, and we do lives every month on Zoom. So if you feel called, go to our website, DarenandLuna.com, and join us on Patreon, man. So yeah, I mean, I will tell you that I was going to acupuncturists. I was going to just, you name it, everything, trying to find answers, why I was feeling anxiety, why it was through the roof, why I was having depression. And it was like, from little kids, when we go to school, we're programmed to be in the future. Everything is futuristic. It's never here and now in the present moment. And they don't teach you breath work. They don't teach you breathing techniques. Thank you, Emo Mun. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Really means a lot, truly. Please tap the like button. Let's get to 20 likes. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you all, man. Yeah, Bacon, check out the Patreon. Definitely join us, man. We're growing a beautiful, like-minded community. You will get way more content than this that can help you on your path and your journey, man. I promise you that. Me and Luna are dedicated to it, and I don't want to see people go through what I went through, because it was no easy road. No easy road, let me just tell you. And I had to find it all out myself. There was no YouTube. There was no Patreon. There was no communities, content. No one even knew what the hell I was experiencing. They just knew that, oh, you better go get like anxiety medication or depression medication, And I thought that there was no light at the end of the tunnel. I was getting books on anxiety and all this kind of stuff. It's literally all about retraining your brain. And it doesn't take long to do it. It's just you have to continue over and over. The moment your brain or your mind goes to something futuristic, drop into your breath. Focus on your breath. I woke up to something I needed to hear, made my day, sir. I'm going to church this morning, about to head out. May you have a blessed day from here on out. Thank you. Thank you, my brother Bacon. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment, and check us out over there. That means a lot, man. I really mean that. Not from my heart, Because, and just remember, man, the moment you're feeling any of that, it's just a reminder for you to focus on your breath and come back to the present moment. The anxiety is just telling you and getting louder because it's telling you to get in nature and to come back to your breath and be in the present moment, not in the future. And as you continue to keep doing that over and over again, you're going to retrain your brain and your neural pathways to be present. And you will see it dissipate. I promise you that. Howdy, Asia. How you doing? Welcome. Please tap the like button in the top right-hand corner and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. Every single thing we do here is about, and we are getting constant messages. Like I said, with the anxiety, it's like this this analogy that someone gave me. Oh, hey Trenton, how you doing? Yeah, I'm sure. I used to live in Florida, so I know what you mean. It's probably about 90 degrees there right now. So, yeah, no, I used to live there. I lived in South Florida for over 20 years near Miami. So, yeah, I'm very familiar with the weather there. And it never changes. It's either raining or hot. But it's all about the lens you choose to look through. When I was there my last year before I moved, I changed my view, my perception. I changed the lens I was looking through, and I enjoyed the weather. I didn't take I didn't take living there any longer for granted. Thank you, Lily. I appreciate you. Please tap the like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you, man. And check us out on Patreon. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad it's resonating with people, and I'm glad it's helping you. I'm good. I'm doing good, Jude. Thank you for asking. Can't complain. It's a beautiful day. It's probably like in the 60s. Sun's out. And I'm thankful that the content that I'm sharing is helping someone. The channel is all about self-empowerment, taking your power back, remembering who you truly are. Realizing you have the ability to change anything in your life that you want and to create anything you want. Wow, there's a lot of people from Florida today. I used to live in Florida. I was in Broward County and Palm Beach County, Florida. Oh, you're in the Panhandle. Okay. I'm in North Carolina right now. I used to live in South Florida. But what I want to say is, just to finish off what I was talking about the anxiety and everything. All that. So I had this analogy that essentially anxiety, or what the analogy is it represents anxiety, which is like kids in the back of the bus getting louder and louder, and that's like the anxiety. And all it's doing is telling you, it's there to remind you, to wake you up, to realize, oh wait, I'm not in the present moment, I'm in the future. Oh wait, I got to come back to the breath, I got to breathe. I'm holding my breath. I'm not deep breathing. I'm shallow breathing. Okay, let me come back to my breath. The moment you come back to your breath is the moment you'll be in the present moment, and the anxiety will just dissipate. It's just there to alert you. It's an alert. It's an alarm system saying, "Oh wait, you're always in the future, John Doe. You're always in the future." Okay. No, I don't want to feel like that anymore. I want to feel peace and calmness. So breathe deeply, breathe. I'm always taking deep breaths, man. Always. Hi, War Thunder Kid. How you doing? Nice to see you back. Tap that like button, subscribe to the channel. I love you all, man. I appreciate you, man. And I guess this video is just turning into kind of a help and assistance in, realizing that, you have the capability to change how you feel. And if you're feeling depression or anxiety, you can change that. And the breath is so powerful. Jude, anxiety is the worst. I started to experience it when I turned 16. Now I'm taking anxiety meds and depression meds to help with it. Well, listen, I can tell you right now, Jude, and I'm not a doctor, but I've been through a lot in my life. And I had anxiety through the roof since I was a little kid. And I can tell you right now, if you're experiencing it, even with meds, I would definitely look into breath work and doing breath work. There's tons of different facilitators out there like Wim Hof and Stig and John Paul Crimi and all these different types of breathing. And I can tell you right now, when you start breathing deep breaths and breathing, you will see it start to fade and dissolve. And eventually you won't need to be on that stuff anymore. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not a doctor. This is not a medical channel. I'm just telling you what I've gone through. And I can tell you right now, breathing techniques and breath work and deepening your breath, focusing on your breath, going out in nature, you will see the depression and anxiety just dissipate. Just breathe. Breathe deeply. Practice breathing. techniques. Put your hand on your chest and just breathe. Focus on the breath. Because when you focus on the breath, you're going to be in the present moment. And the only reason anxiety and depression happens is because you're in the future and you're in the past. And you may not even realize it. It's just the mind is so used to being that way. So now you need to retrain the mind to be in the present moment, which you can retrain it through the breath. I've been doing breath work now for years. I'm going to be offering some group breath work classes on here. So stay tuned for that. They're not going to be on YouTube, but I'm going to be facilitating groups on Zoom very soon with me and Luna. So stay tuned for that. I will be sharing a link and you will be able to buy a ticket and join. Believe it or not, walking has helped me a lot with anxiety and talking with my therapist. Yeah, great. I mean, whatever works, man. But I'm going to tell you right now, breathing is one of the key top things that can help you in every area of your life, man. Most people are holding their breath. I would be nervous as F if I lived in that dump called America. Well, I wish you the best, Danny. We don't need that kind of stuff around here. Tap the like button and listen, if that helps you, sit at the park, put your hand on your chest and just breathe and focus on your hand rising and falling, your breath going in and out. The more and more you can do that, the more and more you're going to retrain your brain and your neural pathways, man. People don't talk about this stuff. But all it takes is commitment and retraining your mind to not be in the future all the time. Retraining your mind to be in the present moment, in the here and now. That's all it takes, man. And it takes some discipline, of course. It takes some commitment, of course. It doesn't happen instantaneously. It does take a little bit of time and practice. But every time you notice yourself going into the future, pull it in, reel it in, go back to your breath. And the more and more you keep like snapping that rubber band, so to speak, you won't have to do it anymore. It'll just be natural and you'll stay in the present moment, the here and now. No matter who tries to tell you, oh, but are you planning for the future? Are you doing this? It won't matter. You may like it's really interesting because I was in that and now I'm not. And my mind just feels so different because I'm present. I'm here and now. Like, let me give you an example, okay? When I used to go on dates, I met all these women online, and I kid you not, that what would happen is I would go on a date, and literally I would be sitting at the dinner table with them at the restaurant, and all I would be thinking about is what I could be doing besides on that date with that person. My mind was elsewhere. Now, I'm not thinking about what I'm going to be doing in an hour from now, 5 minutes from now, or even right after I get off this stream. I'm right here present with you guys on this live stream. Because I've trained my mind. Most people just let their mind take over versus like you controlling your mind and saying, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not putting up with that. I'm going to be here and now in the present moment with my breath. I'm not going to be thinking about what I'm going to be doing in 10 minutes or tomorrow because it doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is right here and right now. So it's just like, it's all about the present moment. And we are trained to be in the future and in the past. Because why? Because it makes you feel fear and anxiety and worry. Oh, what am I going to be? Where am I going to be tomorrow? Where am I going to be in 5 years? They teach you and train you to create goals for 5 years from now, 10-year goals, 20-year goals. And that's all futuristic. That's taking you out of the present moment. So what are you going to have? What do you expect to have? Anxiety, depression. Oh, well, I'm not where I said I would be with my 10-year goals. So now you have depression because you're not where you think you should be, versus let me just be in the present moment and here and now. That's all that matters. You know, I watched my dad, the third time he had cancer in 2022, pass away. And he literally, we went to the beach in Virginia Beach the weekend before he passed. And he was walking around. We even went to a restaurant and picked up to-go food. And literally, that weekend on the ride to Virginia Beach, all he talked about is him having to do his taxes and doing paperwork and this and that when you get back and blah, blah, blah. And when he got back, he literally passed away 2 days after we got back. There was no doing any taxes. He was gone. He transitioned, passed away. Wasn't doing no taxes. Instead of being in the present moment and enjoying me getting him to go to the beach, because he argued about that too. He didn't really want to go. But thank God I pushed and we went to the beach and we stood on. I even pushed him to walk down to the water. He refused to put his feet in the water because he was really not in good shape at that point. And his eye was starting to bulge out and everything. And yet he was in the future talking about doing his taxes when he got back. Well, he got back and there was no taxes getting done because he was gone. He transitioned. And that's what I mean, man. It's like you could plan all you want for the future. And you could be all into the future all you want with tons of anxiety and depression. Or you could be in the present moment and enjoy right here and right now. Follow your breath. Focus on your breath. Enjoy every single moment you have that you wake up and you are alive. And just worry about what you're doing right now. Because none of that shit, you could not be here tomorrow. So what good is it planning all that stuff for 10 years from now when you don't even know if you're going to be here 10 years from now? So it's all about retraining the mind and rewiring your brain to be more present and be, like I said, we were trained and conditioned and taught all these futuristic things and being in the past, like, oh, let me reminisce on my past in my high school days. I don't even think about any of that stuff anymore. And I don't think about the future anymore. I think about right here and right now. When people try to drag me into the future or pull me in, I go right to my breath and I say, no, I'm not going there. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that with you. It took me so long and not to say that it's going to take you as long as it took me, but it took me a long time because I had to rewire my nervous system and my brain and everything. You're talking about like 30 something years of living a certain way where I'm in the future and the past all the time. So your brain gets used to that. And now you have to train it to not be used to that because you think that is the normal way to be, and it's not. It's like mindfulness, present moment, your breath. Mindfulness, present moment, your breath. So the anxiety is essentially an alarm system to remind you, hey, Jack, you're in the future. Come back to now, the here and now. Come back to the present moment. Come back to this video. Are you listening to this video? Are you present to what I'm saying? Or are you thinking about what you're going to eat for dinner? Because I'm not. I'm not thinking about dinner time or what I'm going to, but I used to. I used to think about what I'm going to eat for dinner. I remember when I had a job, in this one job that I remember I used to game all the time. And I remember that when I would game all weekend, the moment I would go back to work on Monday, all I would think about is what I'm going to be doing on the weekend, the next weekend before, like I had a whole week to go through again. But yet I was like, damn, I didn't get to do anything I wanted to do. And all my mind would be is on the weekend coming up. And then when the weekend would come up, I wouldn't even do those same things that I was wishing I could have done. So it's like I was always in the future. So when you're always in the future like that, you're training your brain to be that way. And when you're in the future, you get anxiety. That's all it is, man. It's so simple, but it's not, because you have to be committed and want to change and want to feel better. And again, a lot of people around you will convince you otherwise. So it takes a lot of boundaries and discipline to change yourself, to want to be in the present moment and then here and now. And let me tell you, man, your life miraculously changes. Let me tell you, I've never felt so much peace in my life since breath work and this is not a sales pitch by any means. Yes, I'm a breathwork facilitator, but it's changed my life. And I haven't yet begun to orchestrate groups to do, which I will be very soon. So stay tuned if you're interested. There'll be tickets, when I do it. And, you'll be able to buy tickets and be on Zoom, and I'll walk you through the breath work and everything else. And the more you do it, the more obviously you will change your life, and you will be in peace, and you will find stillness, and you will be able to sit at the park. And like I said, you don't even have to do that. You can do what I'm telling you on here right now by just focusing on your breath. And every time you find your mind going into the future, just breathe, man. Just take away all distractions and put your hands on your chest and just focus on the breath going in and out of your body. Like, yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, your mind is going to take you to different places, but keep doing it. It's like a rubber band, an elastic. So just keep doing it. Don't give up. And you will get to the other side. You will see the light at the end of the tunnel. I promise you that, man. I've been through it, man. I literally was brought to my knees so many times, man. So many times. And I had to find the answers myself because nobody had it. And the joke is, the breath is inside us all. We just don't pay attention to it. We don't focus on it. It's not taught to us how important and powerful the breath is. So it's just like, I wish that you could see and feel how I feel, and how I can just go to the park, or once I get off this live, I can just sit here and listen to the birds and nature and not think about what I have to do in an hour or tomorrow or for the week, but just be right here and right now. And it is the most amazing feeling. And like I said, you could easily start. Then there's tons of videos on YouTube, like so many different ways of breathing. But I would start with just putting your hand on your chest and focusing on your breath, because you have that right there. And when you go walking in nature, leave your phone at home if you're in your neighborhood, and just breathe and take deep breaths in and out. Because when you take the shallow breathing, when you're shallow breathing, which is very low, like kind of, it's not deep. When you're doing that, you're just, your nervous system is weak. So when you deep breathe and you start training yourself to just take deep breaths in and out, when you go, Carl, what do you think of the technique of breathing as deeply as you think you can, and then forcing a final smaller breath on top? Is this a valid? Of course. Yeah, there's breath holds. You can breathe in and then hold for like 3 seconds and breathe out. There's where you hold one nostril and you breathe in, then you switch. There's all different kinds, man. But the simplest one I would recommend is breathing as deeply as you can in and out. And the more and more you can deep breathe, the more and more you're retraining yourself to take deep breaths, which will then in fact rewire your nervous system and your brain. And again, you don't even have to take deep breaths, but just focusing on your breath with the best way to, if you're not used to it, if you don't think you can focus on the breath going in and out, put your hand on your chest and just allow the breath to go in and out, like naturally. but focus on it with your mind. Like pay attention, like consciously pay attention to you breathing in and out. And the more and more you do that, the more, like I said, you're retraining, you're rewiring your brain, you're rewiring your nervous system to be more focused on your breath, which then innately will bring you into the present moment, bring you into the here and now. And as you do it more and more, you will, in fact, be present. And you will see the anxiety and the depression just dissipate. And you will notice that you're not in the future all the time. And you'll notice that you can go and sit somewhere and not a thought go through your mind. Just being in the present. You're not thinking about when you're out with your family that you could be at home playing video games. You're just right there present with everything. And that's the one thing that we're not trained and taught in schools and in general. Not even at our workplaces, you know, it's all about future. And that's what innately brings anxiety forward. Because the anxiety is just an alarm system telling you, hey, Jack, hey, Carl, you're not in the present moment. You're not present, Carl. And then the anxiety gets louder because you're still not present. And then you're trying to run from it and avoid it. So it just gets louder because you're not staying present. And the anxiety is trying to get you to be present instead of avoiding and distracting. And the more you distract and the more you avoid, the louder it gets. And then it turns into panic attacks. And I can tell you right now, I've experienced all that stuff. And now I have people telling me how calm and relaxed you are. Wow, your energy is so calming to be around. I never had that before. Before, it was so scattered and so anxious. And I've never, it was almost shocking to me. I had to pinch myself when people would tell me that. So this is where I would start. If you have any of these difficulties, if you're always in the future, if you're experiencing anxiety, start with breathing. Start with putting your hands on your chest and breathe. Because again, as I said, what majority of the time happens is we hold our breath and we forget that we're even breathing. And majority of humanity does not even know or realize that they're even breathing. And that's why so many people are so reactive, because they're holding their breath and they're not present. So instead of being present, they're reactive, and they react back and they snap back and they, the breath, man, I tell you what, I did it on a live 2 days ago, and I just did with everyone. We could even do it now if y'all are interested. Yeah, I mean that's normal. I mean it's like telling you, Jude, to be present, and you weren't being present. So the body had to get louder, and how it got louder was through a panic attack. And I know exactly what you're talking about because I went through that too. I didn't go to the ER, but I went through very severe panic attacks in 2017. So I know exactly what you're talking about. So, and don't answer if this is too personal. In the first video on our channel, Detox, you mentioned chronic health issues being dismissed by a series of doctors. No, it's not personal. Yeah, that had a lot to do with the anxiety. That had a lot to do with depression, panic attacks, and they just basically would say over the years, it's all in your head. I would hear voices. No, it wasn't. And at the end of the day, over the years I've fasted, I've done intermittent fasting. And thank you for watching some of my videos on my other channel. I hope they're helping you, Carl. Um, no, they even when I was hearing voices, and spirit was speaking to me. I was told it's like sugar deficient or too much sugar or nutrition deficiencies, or it's all in your head. Like the anxiety and the depression, they would tell you it's all in your head, and they would want to put you on medication. And in actuality, it really is just you listening and being with yourself alone and willing to go within, at the end of the day, and taking time, like going into nature and spending time alone, with no distractions. That's all your body's trying to do, is get you to put down the distractions and listen. Because the more you give yourself the opportunity to be silent and listen, you will hear the messages from your body. Yeah, same here, man. Yeah, fasting. Yeah. I've been um I've been fasting for years now, and also intermittent fasting. So and yes, it's drastically helped. But I can tell you right now, the breath work and breathing, kundalini yoga in general, these are all things that we have to implement to take care of ourselves. Like take care of our own needs, because nobody's going to do it for you. So just going to the gym and lifting weights, nah. Yoga, going in nature, being alone with yourself, breath, taking time for you, self-care, self-love, taking baths, massages, I mean, you name it. Enjoying life, experiencing life, man. Doing things that you love, not doing things that others love. Was prescribed. Are we chronically under oxygenated? I mean, I would definitely probably say yes, because majority of the time, well, let me just answer Carl's question first with the chronically under oxygenated. Yes, and breathing deeply bring gets the blood flowing in your body too. And yes, we are. I mean, 100%. Most people are holding their breath and they're cutting off circulation and the blood flow. And not to mention, majority of people are doing what they don't love doing, like going to a job they hate, being in a relationship they don't like. They're not in living their passion and their purpose of as to why they came here. And these situations and experiences that are happening are to get you back on track, to do the things you love, not doing the things someone else loves. That is the key and number one reason why there's so much suffering on the planet, because majority of people are doing shit they don't love, whatever that is. They're in a relationship they don't want to be in. They're doing a job they don't want to be at. They're not following their soul's desire. So yes, we're under oxygenated 1000%. Plus the foods, we got judgment around the foods and judgment around everything, and that is another reason as to why we have blocks and the blood flow is not flowing. But the breath, breathe deeply, follow your breath. Those are all that start there. That's what I would suggest. Um, as far as Jude, what's the difference between fasting and intermittent fasting? Fasting is where you fast for a day, 2 days, 3 days. Intermittent fasting is like you pick a certain amount of time. Like for example, I finish dinner maybe about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then I don't eat anything till maybe 1, 2 in the afternoon the next day. That would be intermittent fasting. You fast for a certain amount of time, and then you eat. So some people do like 6 hour intermittent fasting, so they don't eat for 6 hours. Some people do 12 hours. It varies, but I would start small. If you're wanting to do it or you're feeling called to, start small and don't say, "Oh, I'm going to do it for this long." Just do it till your body feels like it wants to eat. And don't judge yourself if you only do it for 3 hours or 5 hours and that's all you can do. Just do that and then do it again. But don't set a time. Just do it till you feel you need to eat and then eat. And as you continue to do little by little, it will get longer and longer and you'll be able to go days without it. Again, it goes back to, yeah, Lev, exactly. Why don't we follow our dreams? Exactly, because there's so many. There's millions of jobs. There's millions of things you can do. There's so many different options. When people say that they're stuck somewhere or they're stuck in a relationship, that's their choice to be in it. That's their choice to be at that job because there's thousands and millions of jobs. You can move to different states. You can work. You can apply to a zillion different kinds of jobs. So when someone says that they hate their job, well, you know what? They're just suffering for no reason because you can while you don't like that job, start applying to new jobs. You know? I mean, it's not like that's the only thing available to you. Start applying to something new. Start applying something that maybe they train a baker at a bakery and you've never done that before, but yet they're hiring someone that they'll train. And that's something that you love doing. So apply. You know, it's like you're not tied down or forced to do or be anything. You can choose. That's why we have free will. We came here and we can choose anything we want. You know, you're creating your reality, man. If you want to suffer, you can go ahead and suffer. You know, if you, and like I said, man, with the anxiety, with all these different things that we experience, they're happening for us and by us to literally get us to change, to move us closer towards our purpose and our passion. And so, like the times that I hit rock bottom and I was brought to my knees, it was like I was forced to change. What was my breakthrough? What led you to discovering breath work? Well, the anxiety, the depression. I got to the point where I said, F this, I can't do this anymore. And literally, life got so intense with, I'm not going to speak on some of the things, right? Because I don't want to involve anybody else. But life got so insane to the point where I literally hit a wall and hit rock bottom twice. But that also happened to me when I was in my 20s too, and I was doing lots of drugs and alcohol and drinking because I was trying to suppress the I was trying to suppress the voices I was hearing, and I was told that you're not hearing voices, they're not real, blah blah blah, you know. And back then in the 90s and early 2000s and stuff, it's not like where it is now, where more people are coming out talking about they speak to spirit and spiritual beings and things like that. It's not like it was in the in the 90s and 80s and 70s, you know. And so that was part of it. And then there was health challenges that I hit rock bottom. But 2017 was, I woke up as a young kid. Let's just say that I woke up as a young kid. I lost a lot of close people to me through health issues, and then my dad almost passing when I was a young kid really rocked me. But then I got rocked again in 2017 with my health, and that drove me to breath work because I started having massive panic attacks. I mean, massive. And I started seeing people that didn't look human anymore. And so it rocked me into, like, you don't have a choice. Like, you've got to do this. Like, you have to find this. And I was seeking and searching, and then I started doing Kundalini yoga, and that started transforming my neural pathways in my brain and my nervous system, and the one of the most powerful yogas I feel like is out there. But it's not taught everywhere, and it's very difficult to find classes for Kundalini yoga. But you can find it on Gaia TV and other avenues on YouTube and stuff like that. I don't realize I am not breathing. Then I will take a big makeup breath, almost like sleep apnea, but all day long. Is this a thing? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Joey. That is Joey Martinez. That is what I've been talking about. Most people are just holding their breath and don't even realize it. And then there's shallow breathing. And so when you shallow breathe, you're in fight or flight all the time. It's like you're training your body to run from a bear in every situation when you're not really running from a bear. So it's like it's vital to really, really start paying attention to your breath, focusing on your breath. These are all things we're going to talk about in Patreon. And I'm going to, like I said, not yet, but very soon, I'm going to be putting a link for dates, and we're going to do some breath work classes, and you can join the classes and buy a ticket and change your life. Legit. And you don't even need to wait for that, because you can go on YouTube, and there's so much breathwork stuff on YouTube, and I urge you to do that. And I also urge you to put your hand on your chest and just focus on your breath and keep doing that. Your mind goes into the future, come back to the breath. Mind goes to the future, come back to the breath. Mind goes to the future, come back to the breath. Focus on the breath. Focus on your chest rising and falling. And the more and more you do that, the more and more you will realize you're holding your breath, and you will change that. I shallow breathed my entire life, and I was a mouth breather. And now I deep breathe, and it changed everything, man. Because if you're mouth breathing, your nervous system is weak, and you're going to be in fear all the time, and you're going to have anxiety. When you have deep, deep breaths, man, like nothing will scare you. Fear is not an option. So you got to retrain it. You got to be committed to it. You got to want it bad enough, man. You want to change. You have to want it bad enough to change. You have to get to the point where you say enough is enough. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. You know, and I've done fasting before, but it was for religious purposes in my church. Up to 24 hours without food and water on Sunday. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. And you know, when you can do that, that creates mental discipline too. It's like taking ice cold baths, you know, or ice baths. It creates your mind to be stronger. A lot of people in the United States are weak too, because like Wim Hof says, you know, we rely on AC and heat. And if you know Wim Hof, who does breath work, his breath work, which I do have training in that also, he is an advocate for ice baths and breathing and how powerful it is. That's exactly it, Lev. 100%. What do people say? Take a breath. They are right. Get oxygen to the brain and heart. Exactly. And when you're shallow breathing, you're not, the blood isn't moving through the body. You know, the blood is not moving through the body. So, so you know, it's like you just got to retrain your mind and your body to be different, and you have the ability to do that, and you can speak to your body and talk to your body and teach your body differently, because a lot of these practices we weren't taught. So I hope that this live brought you a lot of wisdom and insight to help you change your own life, you know, so you don't go through and experience what I've experienced, because I'm not here to change anybody or force anybody to change. That's not my intention whatsoever. Um, all I'm here to do is assist and help so that someone else can maybe learn something new and change their own life, because it's really important to, change. If you want to live life, man, you got to reprogram your nervous system. You got to deep breathe. You've got to practice. You got to want to change, man. And I did. And I was fed up. And I was fed up with people telling me that it's all in your head, and um and I literally felt like these books that I read on anxiety, there was no way out. The way that they talked in those books, I was just like, there's got to be a better way. Like, there has to be a better way than what these books tell you. And in fact, there is. It's just nobody talks about it. And oh yeah, I mean, I don't eat really much. I don't eat fast food. I don't eat a ton of carbs, but I eat what my body needs when it needs it. I don't eat dairy. I don't eat meat. I eat a lot more raw, but I'm implementing a lot more cooked foods and different things, but I'm really kind of going with what my body feels it needs and wants. Again, I don't eat meat, but if my body needed it and wanted it, I would have it. You know? If my body needed it and wanted it, then I would have it. Um I'm more of an advocate now of listening to the body and what the body wants and needs, because your body is so powerful and it knows exactly what it needs and wants. Um, so it's like, you know, allow for what the body needs and wants and listen to it. But I want to just say this, man. If you guys if you guys are vibing with what I'm saying, man, join our Patreon, man, because I'm telling you what, you're not going to be sorry. You know, me and Luna, what we are creating, you're going to want to be a part of it. And I'm not just doing it for money or anything like that. I'm here to serve humanity, and I'm here to guide and assist. I have a lot of info, a lot of knowledge. I've gone through a lot, and I'm here to share it to the world, man. And I know that I'm meant to reach globally, and that's what we're doing here on YouTube and TikTok and all these different platforms. And there's going to be retreats traveling the world, and breath work classes, and all kinds of stuff. So you definitely want to check us out on DarenandLuna.com. Follow all our social media platforms. I do lives. I've been doing lives every day here on YouTube. I'm going to probably continue that, but I go with what feels good to me and what feels right to me. And the moment that I don't feel good about it anymore, then I will find what does light me up and what brings me joy, because that is what we are here to do. And whether you're doing something for 5 years or 10 years, it doesn't matter. You do it till it doesn't feel good any longer. And then you find what does. That is what is important. That is what is vital. That's what your soul is desiring. So, I have a lot to offer the world and all of you, and I'm here to share it, man. And trust and believe there's light at the end of the tunnel, man. And if you're on this live and you're seeking this information, your soul is looking for it. You probably are at the point where you're like, enough is enough. So, and I was there, and I'm constantly learning and changing and listening and evolving and growing and expanding. And that's what we all came here to do, man. But most importantly, we came here to enjoy life, man. And like I said, man, it's a shame that these things aren't taught to us as a kid in school and as we're growing up. Because if we did put the breath as a priority, man, there wouldn't be suffering here on this planet. Trust and believe that, people would be more courageous, more strong, you know, but all it takes is commitment and discipline. And like I said, I've already given you the biggest golden ticket secret is the breath. Put your hand on your chest. Just walk in your neighborhood and just practice breathing. Okay, today I'm going to set the intention and I'm going to walk in my neighborhood and I'm going to put my hand on my chest and I'm going to focus on my breath. And every time my mind goes to, oh, I could be playing video games, I'm going to put my hand on my chest and I'm going to breathe. And if my mind goes to the future, I'm going to bring it back to the breath. And if it goes to the future, I'm going to bring it back to the breath. And if it goes to the future, I'm going to come back to the breath. That is how you transform your mind and your nervous system, man. Folks. Listen, I told you, I hit rock bottom multiple times. I was brought to my knees. And I'm going to tell you right now, I got to the point where I said, enough is enough. I couldn't take it no more. And I just said, I'm changing. I'm going to commit and change. Watching my dad struggle, watching him have cancer 3 different times, watching a lot of my family members pass away at a young age, and then going through the things I went through, I was like, hell no, I ain't doing this no longer. I can't do this. I got to the point where I didn't want to be here anymore. Hey, Lev, I got to the point where I didn't want to be here anymore. You know, many, many times. And the breath literally, quite honestly, saved me. And we all have the breath within us. I wish that they would teach it in schools. I wish they would teach it as an adult, as we're growing up, because we would be so different. There would be no more suffering on this planet. So, like I said, what me and Luna are here doing, man, is creating this beautiful new Earth school to assist humanity to remember who they are and to awaken to the truth of who they are. And, you know, like I said, man, start with your breath, man. I appreciate everybody's comments and their questions and likes and shares, and you guys are freaking awesome. And I hope that this hour and 20-minute live, I did not expect to be on here an hour and 20 minutes. And, but, you know, you guys needed to hear this message and these messages. And I really, really, truly hope, man, from the bottom of my heart, man, you take what I'm saying and you start with putting your hand on your chest and you breathe. And like I said, all you're doing is retraining your mind, rewiring your brain, rewiring your nervous system. And you have to be committed to want it bad enough. Like I did when I smoked, like I did when I did drugs, like I did when I drank, whatever the case, sugar, fast food, whatever the heck I did, I had to commit and have discipline. And I was led to the breath. And I was led to all these other things like Reiki and yoga and Kundalini yoga and just all kinds of different things, man. Joey, thank you, Joey Martinez, man. Like I said, man, join us on Patreon if you feel called, man. You're going to get a lot more of us like this. And you're going to get a lot more of us like this. So I strongly urge you to join us, Joey, and anyone else. We have several different tiers. So whatever you feel called to, man, join us, man, and bring your energy. We're going to bring so much different knowledge. We're going to have facilitators coming on there. There's so many things there's tons of content already on there. And there's much, much more to come, believe me. And we're building this beautiful community. And all I'm here to do is serve humanity in the best way possible so that, and hi, Luna, by the way, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Luna's on the chat, y'all. She's up in here. You know, listen, man, I just hope that, you know, I can share to the world what I've gone through and hope that you don't go through the same. Hope that you don't experience the same thing I have. Hope that maybe you will have a shortcut, you know, versus the long way, you know, and you finally find relief and peace and serenity, and because you're allowed to have that, man. You didn't come here to freaking suffer, you know? You didn't. Trust and believe, man. You were meant to come here and enjoy life and have fun and experience like through the eyes of a kid. You didn't come here to suffer, man. None of us did. We just weren't taught. And we're now remembering. And we're getting to the point where enough is enough. I can't take this shit anymore. And I'm not going to, because I'm choosing differently. And I'm committed to choosing differently. That's what it's all about. Commitment, discipline, and wanting it bad enough. Wanting to feel, all I said most of my life is I just want peace, man. I kept asking over and over again, I God, please help me, man. Like, I know that now that I am creating my reality and I'm God in human form, just like all of you. We just forgot. Okay? But before I knew that, before I was conscious of it, I literally was like, please, man, please help me, man. This is not life. I can't live this. I can't continue on like this. I literally got to that point over and over and over again. And I couldn't do it anymore. Like I was like, I can't do this. This is not living. This is not life. Like, what did I come here to do? To suffer? And I felt like these books that they put out are just not to put down anybody else's work in there, and but it was what we needed at the time. But man, you open up those anxiety books and it's like thick as a Bible. And you're like, am I actually ever going to get through this? And like, I got to the point where I almost went to these facilities to surrender to anxiety medication, depression medication. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. If you feel you need it, you need it. But it's like, I literally thought that there was no light at the end of the tunnel, man. And my dad kept telling me, you have to believe, man. He would yell and scream at the top of his lungs and tell me, you have to believe. You have to effing believe. Because it is possible, man. And I'm so passionate about the breath and just life in general, man, because of what I went through and what I saw in my life and what I experienced. And I can tell you right now, that we all, every single one of us on this planet, came here to experience being physical, being in a physical body, tasting food, laughing, listening to the conversation, listening to me talk. This is what we came here for, man. We didn't come here to suffer. I remember it like it was yesterday when my father gave me money to pay the electricity bill. I was going to pay it when I saw a raffle for a car, and with the money I bought a number. I went home, told him and I can tell you right now, I can tell you 100,000%, man. I watched my father heal from 4th stage cancer when it was all over his body, Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he healed in 6 weeks. And I was a kid, and I caught him before his head hit the tile. And I kid you not, I watched him in 6 weeks heal himself. If that doesn't tell you that anything is possible, that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're experiencing, that anything is possible, that there is infinite possibilities, endless opportunities to us and available to us, that you can do it if you're committed, if you're disciplined enough, if you're ready, if you want it bad enough. You don't need to conform to what some med person says to you. You don't have to think that there's no way out, there's no other option, because there is. You just have to believe. You have to trust. And you have to ask your guides and angels and your higher self for support and for help, and believe that anything is possible, because it is. Because I'm a testament to tell you that anything is possible. And I'm a huge advocate for the breath. I'm a huge advocate for the breath and how powerful it is. And that's why we have it within us. And yet, we push it aside. We don't put our focus on it. And like I said, most people walk around and hold it. And I can tell you right now, man, trust me when I tell you, there's light at the end of the tunnel, man. Funny thing is, I labeled this video the live, let's talk live, and we got into this really deep conversation. It was like an hour and a half. And my live before that I did for like 40 minutes was the Sunday sermon. This really should have been the Sunday sermon because, you know, this turned into like a massive live. And I really, truly hope from the bottom of my heart that anyone listening to this, that just know, man, that there is light at the end of the tunnel, man. You didn't come here to suffer. You came here to live in a physical body, live life to the fullest. And I can tell you right now, man, if you don't do anything else, listen to what I'm telling you and put your hand on your chest and breathe. And as often as you can and put timers on your phone too to remind you if you forget. But I can tell you right now, man, just focus on your breath and breathe. Thank you, Lev. I'm glad I was here. I'm going to look at your other videos. Yeah, look at my other videos, man, and join us on Patreon, Lev. I'm telling you right now, man, you won't be, you definitely will get your bang for your buck. I'll tell you that. Me and Luna bring it. And there's going to be a lot more of this. So I don't want to keep you, but do you have any idea why shallow breathing comes so naturally for us? Yeah, because we're not taught to deep breathe. And when we were younger, a lot of us went through trauma, and a lot of us went through, you know, different things when we were in the womb and came out, and we felt our mother's anxiety and all different kinds of things and we weren't taught. So you're young, you get bullied right away. You're holding your breath, you know, like, because remember, the outer world is just a reflection of your inner world. So if you're in fear or you're scared or you're in that fight or flight, you're going to hold your breath. And it's you're going to hold your breath naturally, you know? And so what happens is you start to more and more as you're getting, a lot of us got bullied. Let's be real. A lot of us got bullied and went through trauma and went through all kinds of things, losing people and sexual abuse, all kinds of stuff. Okay. And that you're not going to draw those things in if you're deep breathing, if you're in the present moment. You're like, we're magnets and we attract what we're feeling inside, you know? So depending on how we were taught, how we were brought up by our parents, the situations we were in, there's a lot around it. And when you're in school, you're just not taught to breathe deeply. So we end up creating these habits as a young kid of shallow breathing. And essentially that's what, so we take on that habit and it comes to us in our adulthood, you know. But Carl, do not believe that it's not possible for you to change it. because you're on this live and you've been here majority of the live, and you were on the live the other day, and trust and believe you're here for a reason, because you want it bad enough. So do what I say when I get off this live. Put your hands on your chest. Start focusing on your breath. The moment you go into the future, come back to the breath. The moment you are not in the present moment, the moment you notice your mind is going all over the place, come to the breath. That will change you, man. And then I would love to hear your feedback in a week when you're actually doing it throughout the day. I would love to hear your feedback, man. Hit us up on Instagram, you know, TikTok. You can message us. You can message us on Facebook. I would love to. You can email us at DarenandLuna@gmail. I would love to hear your feedback, but I promise you, you follow this and you commit to it, you will see a difference, and it will change your life. Trust me when I tell you, because I'm a testament right here. And like I said, man, look us up on Patreon, Daren and Luna, Daren and Luna's New Earth School. The link is, it's in the chat, actually, I think, and you can go to our website. There's a link on the website. There's in the description of the videos, man. Join us on Patreon, man. Share your at Josh Thompson. Yes, I believe all the Abrahamic truth faiths require it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Message us on Instagram, Josh Thompson. Oh, okay, that's your Instagram is Josh Thompson. And your name on YouTube is just Carl. I got you. Yeah, just send us a message on Instagram. And as I said, our Patreon information is on the description, as well as, oh, no, I'm replying to your troll. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, all you have to do is in the description, our website is there, which is a link to our Patreon. Join us, man. We're gonna have a Zoom. Oh, circumcision about 10 times. Yeah, he's trolling. I'm not even really paying attention to it, honestly. And I think Luna timed him out a bunch of times already. But we're doing a live on Patreon on the 16th. So if you join before the 16th, we'll be on Zoom, and you can interact with us and ask questions, and and we're going to be implementing some other things with Zoom as well, and other gatherings and as well. There's a lot coming, that's for sure, on Patreon. So join the tribe, join us. It would be amazing to have you add to the mix, and add your knowledge and learn from us, and we learn from you, and and create this beautiful space. But and like I said, on TikTok, we're on the road to 1,000 followers, so we can go live on TikTok. But I really truly thank you all, man, from the bottom of my heart, man. This live was amazing. I did not expect it to be an hour and freaking 34 minutes. But hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes someone needed to hear this message, and this was a really powerful it'll be a powerful replay, and I hope it found you where you are right now, and I hope that you got something out of it. And tap the like button, subscribe, comment, share. Thank you, Luna, for holding down the fort, and timing out people that are being disrespectful. I appreciate you. You're amazing, Luna. I know everybody's been asking about you, Luna. Where you at? Take care, Carl. I appreciate you, brother. It's always good to see you, man. I look forward to seeing you on Patreon, brother. Yeah, Luna, everybody's been asking about you, where you're at. Oh, she's beautiful. So thank you, Luna. The trolls are hilarious. Thank you, Luna. Yeah, they are. I tell you what, I did not expect to be on here no hour and a half. This is my second live today. I did a live earlier for like 40 minutes. But hey, man, somebody needed to hear me preach today. So they are hilarious, aren't they? It's nice having you in here holding down the fort, Luna. Because it was packed earlier, man. We had like 60, 80 people at once. Um, but somebody, I don't know what. Yeah, they are. They are so funny. Um, yeah, we had a packed house on this live at one point. And yeah, they were coming in hot and heavy, I'll tell you that. One actually at one point, I think it was on the first live I did. One was like just telling me, "Oh yeah, 45 minutes and he gets violent and blah." Oh my God. I said, "Look, man, I'm as calm as a cucumber, you know? There's no violence here. I took a lot of work to get to the point where I'm at, man. I don't get violent. And if I did, that's okay too, because there's no judgment, you know? Never judge yourself as to how you are. Any moment, any minute, any at any time you can be any certain way, and that's okay. You know, just be you, man. Just be all of you, you know? Yeah, exactly. What does violence mean? Exactly. It's all the labels we give it, you know. Um that's exactly what I say, Luna. Thank you, everybody, man, who's on here. We got 4 people, man. Why don't we tap the like button, everybody, in the top right hand corner, the thumbs up. Let's get the likes up to 25 before I end this live. And please subscribe to the channel. So whoever's there, keep tapping that like button. Let's get to 25 likes before I end the live. And we got 22 now. Come on, everybody. Let's get to 25. I just was on here for an hour and 37 minutes. Tap it like it's hot. Yep. You know what I call it? The love button. Tap the love button. Show some love. Tap it. Let's get to 25. 3 more likes. Let's get to 300 on the subscriber count. I don't know what we're at now, but I know we were close to 300 before I went live on the first live. So let's call it the love button, everybody. So tap the thumbs up, which we will call, give it a love tap. Instead of calling it the love button, let's just say give it a love tap. Show some love and love tap it. And now we're at 23. All right, Luna. Fine. All right. We'll do a little, yeah, because I got to get going, man. Let's do a, yeah, I've been already probably over 2 hours live today. So, well, let's do a breathing technique. All right. Well, so everybody, we'll do a quick breathing, and then I'll do a little bit of light language, and we'll close it out with that. So love tap the like button, everybody, and close your eyes. Put your feet on the ground. Put your hands on your chest, over your heart, left hand first. And let's just take 3 deep breaths in and out, and we'll just visualize everyone on the planet in peace, not suffering, healthy, well, fully vibrant, following their passion, following their purpose, aligned with their soul's desire. Let's just envision everyone peaceful, calm, relaxed, enjoying life, enjoying the experience of life. So let's take a deep breath in. Deep breath, okay? Let's do it with me. And deep breath out. Let's do another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Another deep breath in. And another deep breath out. And just imagine this white light coming from the center of the earth down into your crown, the top of your head, filling your head and your body and your arms and your hands, and moving through your chakras and moving through your body. This white light healing energy is moving and filling throughout your entire body. As you continue to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, allow that white light healing energy to move through your body, through the center of your chakras, through the center of your body, filling you up with white light healing source energy. As you continue to take deep breaths in and deep breaths out, as it moves through your legs, out the bottom of your feet, connecting you to Mother Gaia, to Earth, connecting to the center of the earth. As you continue to breathe deeply in and deeply out, continue to focus your attention, focus your awareness on your breath, not allowing any thoughts that are coming in to distract you from focusing your attention on your breath. As you continue to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, imagining everyone on the planet at peace, calm, relaxed, healthy, well. Let's take one more deep breath in together and a deep breath out. Go ahead and open your eyes when you are ready. And you should feel much more calm and peaceful and relaxed, and continue to breathe in and breathe out. Hopefully that was able to help you and assist you in centering you and grounding you. Thank you for that advice, Luna, for reminding me to, bring that to everyone, bring that to you. Hopefully that helped you as well, Luna. I'm not sure if you're still on here or not. But we'll do a little bit of light language and then we'll end the live. And if you're still on here, Luna, call me when I hang up the live. Wow, the crows are so loud. They get super loud right when you started. Call me when I end the live, Luna. Give me a call on my phone or whatever. All right. Nekatoro mota heni kata hia katoro mota hia neka. E nā katoro mota hia nekata. E katakoro toha nekatua. E nā katoro mota e katoro e nā kata. E nā katoro toha mota hia neka. E nā katoro e stakaratia tua hia katara mota. E nā katoro tu. E nā kato e stakaratia tua hia nā kotoro mo mata kei hia kata. Feeling more calm and relaxed and in your heart as this is helping you and assisting you to ground and be more centered. Te karotua e nā katoro mota hia neka. Be more playful and joyful like a kid in a candy store. E nā kata kolotuka hia neka. E nā kata kaitia, e kata, e nā kata ratia, ne katara, e stakaratia tūna. E nā katara tia neka, e nā katoro koda hia katara hia ne kata, e nā katara tia ne, a katara puda hia kata, a kata, e nā katara hia ne katara mota, e staka hia naka, Hina, Nika. Please tap the like button in the top right hand corner. Tap that love button. We're almost at 25. That's what I was trying to get to. 25 before we end this live. Hit that like button, y'all. Show some love. There's 6 people in here. Like that tap button. This video was an hour and 45 minutes. Definitely go back and watch the replay. There is so much here for you. If you came here, trust and believe you will get some insight and information to help you on your journey and your path. And join us on Patreon on Daren and Luna's New Earth School, man. I love you all. Hope you enjoyed the light language, the meditation, the breath work, guidance, everything. It was just a whole slew, almost 2 hours on this live, y'all. So please tap that love button, the like button in the top right hand corner. Get us to 25. Neka takaratia neka ta. Eka takaratia nuka mota hia neka. Eka takaratia neka tara mota. Eka tena nika takaratia ne mona hia neka ta. I love you all, man. Thank you again. Thank you, Luna, for holding the fort down. Thank you, everyone. I love you all, man. From my heart to yours. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until the next live, me and Luna are going live tomorrow for the 9/9 portal, 9 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. It's going to be powerful. You do not want to miss it. Tuesday, check us out here on this channel for Channeling the Light, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Live with me, Luna, and Emily. Check us out on Patreon. Check our website out, DarenandLuna.com. If you want to follow us on our journey, we are doing, yes, for the 9/9 portal, Luna's right, tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss it. Check out the Friday night live that Luna and Nicole did on I Feel You, I Am You. There's so much coming. Stay tuned. You guys do not want to miss following our journey, joining us, being in our energy, hearing and learning this wisdom. We are here to share the world, share to the world. I love you all, man. Thank you so much for your support and love and kindness and compassion. Thank you, Luna. Take care. I will see you all soon. Peace out. I love you all. I will see you soon. Take care.